You're not getting them.
Hey Allison, we're in Salem, and I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to record in here because it's a wax museum. So I'm just gonna make this really, really quick. Who cares? Die. Are you okay? They won't stay together.
Stephanie's not a real nerd fighter.
So, you know that whole I'm gonna record more videos in Boston? Just kidding, I'm really not going to. I will, however, tell you all the fun things that we did to make up for it and for that crappy last video that I gave you. The first day we got there, we were staying at my aunt's house, and she lives in Burlington, and that's like 10 minutes outside of Boston. And from her house we went to Salem and Salem Willows. Totally awesome places. Yes, it is the Salem, the whole famous "You're a witch, I'm gonna burn you alive." That's Salem. For the rest of the week we stayed at the Marriott Long Wharf, which I told you about before, but I couldn't remember the name of because I'm forgetful. And we went to Cambridge, Plymouth, and the Christian Science Center where this maparium thing was. It was pretty neat. On the fifth night we were there, we went to the North End, and that was pretty neat. It was all Italian and stuff, which is totally cool because I'm Italian. And we saw, well, I have a bunch of pictures that I took because there was one sign that said Twilight, and then there was a street there, and it was Fleet Street, and I was like, no way. Twilight the book, Fleet Street from Sweeney Todd. My life is great. And what made it even better was that when we were going back to my aunt's house, there's a street called Elm Street. Get it? Like the Nightmare on Elm Street. I loved it. I want to suggest a new feature. Story of the moment, time, day, something. Story of the video. Because I started writing the story last night when I was supposed to be in bed. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of strange. I've never written anything like it before. But there are only 10 pieces of paper in this notebook, so I'm going to try and write a different story on each page. It's a very tiny notebook, so it won't be that hard. Now I'm going to read you an excerpt from what I consider to be my best story that I've ever written. Ever. I don't really have a name for it yet, because it's not anywhere near finished, and that door was my halo. But it's in the second person, and I had my English teacher edit it for me, and I love it a whole lot. You sit in the back row of the church, tears threatening to fall. You can feel some trickling down your face, but choose to ignore them for the sake of your daughter, who doesn't quite understand why her father isn't there. You briefly wonder why you chose to sit in the back row, but then remember the scarred body at the front of the church. You notice the priest approaching the stand. You think it has an official name, and so choose to focus on trying to remember that, rather than what the priest is saying. You know hearing the words will make your husband's death official, and you're not ready to deal with that. The news of his death made you feel as though you had been run over by a Mack truck, repeatedly. Well, what'd you think? My song for this video is Tomorrow by Avril Lavigne. It's a great song, very pretty. I'll play a little bit for you. Before I play that song for you, I wanted to apologize for my last video because it sucked a lot, but I was in a hurry and my mom was yelling at me because we were leaving in like 2 minutes. I also wanted to tell Allison to have a good time on her vacation in Maine when she gets back. I do have a thing for her. It's really neat. There's this pin, and then there's this sticker sheet. There, that thing. So, I'll see you when you get back, and, we're gonna have to spend some time together before school, because you and I both know that we don't spend time together during school. But these videos will definitely make it better.